It's been about, I think, 2 months, right, since you started the beta testing with us.
Yeah, exactly. 2 months. Started about the end of June.
And if I remember correctly, you came in with, was it 5 grand?
Yeah, about 5,000.
From what I'm seeing in the system, you're sitting at around, damn, yeah, around, I think, 9,500, right? And that's like 90% up in 8 weeks. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. It's been a ride,
Okay.
that's for sure.
Were you expecting like these kind of results, or what were you expecting?
I hope to make some money, but 90%? Come on. I was thinking maybe 10 to 15, even if I was lucky.
All right, so thanks for carving out some time for this. I know it's Sunday and all, but I'm genuinely curious to, hear how things have been going for you. It's been about I think 2 months, right, since you started the beta testing with us.
Yeah, exactly. 2 months. Started about the end of June.
Right, right. And yeah, I mean, and if I remember correctly, you came in with was it 5 grand?
Yeah, about 5,000.
Okay, okay. And from what I'm seeing in the system, you're sitting at around, damn, yeah, around I think 9,500, right? And that's like 90% up in 8 weeks. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. It's been a ride,
Okay.
that's for sure. That's for sure.
Okay, yeah, right, yeah. Okay. So walk me actually through this. When you first saw those returns, coming in, what was your reaction like? Because 90% in 2 months is I mean, that's impressive. So to say in the least, were you expecting like these kind of results, or what were you expecting?
Not at all. I mean, I hope to make some money, but 90%? Come on. I was thinking maybe 10 to 15, even if I was lucky.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, that's a pretty conservative expectation. So what made you up decide, to try us in the first place? Had you been looking at the other automated trading solutions, or
Yeah, man. I've been burned by a couple of other kind of like signal services before. Lost probably about
hmm
2K over the past year on
hmm
various schemes, just wacky stuff. But y'all's marketing was a little bit different, more technical and fundamental, I'd probably say.
Yeah, yeah, interesting. So you had some trading experience before us. What kind of stuff were you doing? Like manual trading or following signals?
Uh, a bit of both, really. Started with some basic technical analysis, moving averages, that kind of thing. Then got kind of sucked into these Telegram signal groups, promised to work, learned the hard way. Most of them are
Just what?
uh, just gambling, basically, without any strategy and proper risk management. Just throwing some darts at the board and hoping to hit something, I guess.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. So you've been around the block a bit, right? So actually, which makes me very curious. When you started seeing consistent profits, with our system, what convinced you, wasn't just another lucky streak, or
I guess risk management mainly, man. Like
uh-huh.
I never saw a single day where I lost more than 1.5% of my account. Not
Uh-huh.
bad. Even on the worst days, the drawdown was very minimal.
Right, right. Yeah, that's a pretty sophisticated way to, look at it. I mean, most people they just focus on the gains. And speaking on which, have you been tempted to increase your position sizes, or, add more capital?
Actually, yeah, I have. I've been actually thinking about it. Funny you say that. I've been trying out this about to be smart about this. Just trying to be real kind of intelligent. Don't want to get greedy or but
Yeah,
don't want to blow it all up at once either.
yeah, yeah. That's smart. Yeah. Um, but theoretically, if you were to scale up, um, what would that look like? And are we talking like doubling down, or?
Well, I'll be honest. I got about another 10 grand sitting in savings account. earning basically
Wow.
nothing at the moment. And
Uh-huh.
part of me wants to, do something, maybe throw it all in. I don't know.
Uh-huh. But what? What's holding you back?
Well, I'll be honest. I guess I'm kind of waiting to see if this performance is sustainable. 2 months is great, but what happens when the market conditions change? It could happen. What happens during a major news event or a crash?
Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Well, that's exactly the right question to ask. Have you noticed any patterns in how the system handles different market conditions so far?
Well, we did have that crazy volatility spike, back mid-July. I don't know if you remember that, back when the ECB made their announcement. And I thought
Hmm.
for sure we're going to get hammered with that. But the system actually seemed to, I don't know, and kind of anticipate it, I guess, somehow.
Oh wow, okay. Anticipate how? Like what did you observe?
Well, the position sizes got smaller like 2 days before the announcement. And then right after
Hmm.
that spike, it started scaling back. And gradually, instead of jumping all at once, it was actually like watching a chess player think about three moves ahead, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. Um, Most retail traders, would have been either panic sold or gone all in, right? At exactly the wrong moment. So that experience, did that change your confidence level in the system?
Definitely. Without a doubt, definitely. That's when I started thinking about maybe actually a legitimate institution grade stuff, not just some fancy indicator wrapped in marketing.
Yeah, fancy indicator reps in marketing. Yeah, I like that. So let me ask you this. If a friend of yours asks you about your experience with Bullbridge, how would you describe it?
Good. Honestly, I tell them it's probably too good to be true. You got to be a little kind of practical sometimes. But somehow it's working anyway. I'd also tell them, to start kind of small and kind of prepare for what may feel weird and not normal. Having a computer make better trading decisions than they ever could. Imagine that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, too good to be true, but working anyway. That might be our new tagline. But seriously, what feels worried about it?
Uh, just not having control, I guess. Like I'm used
Oh,
to agonizing over every trade, doubting myself constantly. Human nature. Now I just check the account balance and pretty much that's all I have to do.
yeah, yeah. Well, that, disconnect from the emotional side of trading, how long did it take you to get comfortable with that?
Uh, Probably about 3 weeks. The first couple weeks I was kind of glued to the screen, trying to understand every move, studying things. Then I realized I was just stressing myself out for no reason. And it started checking, it kind of started making a little more sense. Once or twice a week, I started checking a little bit less and maybe once or twice a week instead.
Yeah, yeah. Well, patience is definitely a virtue, in this game. So, yeah, last question for you. 2 months ago, if someone had told you that you'd been in up like 90% by now, what would you have said?
Wow. Probably wouldn't have asked what were they smoking and if I could have some of that too. But here we are.
Yep. I mean, here we are indeed. Right. And well, this has been incredibly insightful, to be honest. And I really appreciate your honesty. And
Yeah, yeah, no
yeah,
problem. No problem. It's actually been kind of helpful for me too to talk through this aloud as well. Thank you.
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, thank you very much. And have a great rest of your Sunday.
You too.